Okay, so for this one, we will be looking at harmonies. Now, I love harmonies. I think they can add so much to a song. So to start off the song, we come in with these backings. Now, each one of these, I always do double backings, pan them left and right. Adds a bit of depth to the song. It sounds weird without them. I'll play them without them. Hang on.
I only dream that you could feel the same. It's been 2 days, but when we met, I know you felt the flat.
I feel like it feels quite flat for this bridge part. We introduce a lower harmony. So we have two different harmonies that are added in here. We wanted it to move, we wanted it to bounce. So we emphasised within the vocals the idea of pushing out the end of the notes a lot further than the start. So it would go like, Lucian fuels our flame. So that would the main vocals. Lucian fuels our flame. They are fine. And then we have the stabs, which is the first ones that we saw in the first that come back in. So we really get the emphasis and the kind of movement within the song on the word flame. Now for this part, again, we wanted it to build, we wanted it to feel like the song was progressing in a sort of way. We didn't want it to be flat. So within the vocal track for the main vocals, I've literally made it rise by about 2-4 decibels, just so it feels like a progression within the song. We should do this again. It's a beautiful thing that we can get together, baby. And the melody itself is quite bouncy anyway. Because this is about harmonies, let's move further down the song to the chorus. Now the chorus is one of my favourite things that I've ever produced. It reminds me of Justin Bieber's Peaches. It sounds very summery, it sounds very warm, depth. The thing that I like to do with producing is make sure that things sound even and warm. I know a lot of people maybe like to have different pinpoints for different songs, but for me it's all about warmth and creating that sort of bouncy, warm feeling. Let's break this down. We've got the chorus vocals. I could be a wildflower. We've got the stabs, which is the two backings panned. Wildflower. And that's just the end of the words. For texture, adding everything, and then we have this two lower harmonies. We really wanted to make the chorus sound as summery as possible. We have another harmony, which is even lower, and it's on the same tone. Wildflower, wildflower. And that is just tucked deep within the mix for just added bass, because with her voice, she's obviously a female singer, she can quite often lose a lot of the lower harmonies and a lot of the lower frequencies. The backing track is very bassy and very bouncy, very like low. So I wanted to make sure that it sounded well-rounded and even. I have another harmony, and each of these just have the same sort of thing on them. They have standard Logic plugin reverb, de-esser, 2 EQs, 2 compressors, and an expander, because that's sort of the template that I use. So that is that harmony. You wildflower, you wildflower, you wildflower, you wildflower. It's really nice at the end as well how it goes. Some of them go, not a singer, let's not pretend that I am, but some of them also go flower, and it keeps that sort of rhythm for the other vocals to be able to bounce and cool and respond in between. Put the chorus vocals higher up within the mix. That was my delay. Don't look at that. A lot with this song, you'll find that we wanted it to swell, basically. We didn't want one main vocal throughout the whole thing. We didn't want it all to be blended and nice. We wanted it to sound up and down, up and down, up and down. Throughout the song, as you can see, these top ones are the main vocals, and then below is the harmonies. And as you can tell, there is many scattered throughout the songs, little bits, little bobs, little lower ones, little higher ones. One of my personal favourites is at the end here, but my favourite part is these two last ones, which I feel we took inspiration very much. Ariana Grande, I was in the studio and I was like listening to it, and I was like, you know what? Could you do a little end bit that's like Ariana does? Not like that. If you listen at the end, we have two higher harmonies, probably the highest ones that we've got in the song. I'll play them on your own, just because I feel like they deserve a moment. And they are full of reverbs. There's a hall reverb. What's this one? Reverb, delay. Main thing I put on the vocals, reverb and delay, obviously, to make the vocals sit better within the mix. It makes me giggle.
It's a beautiful thing that we can.
And if you hear with these stabs, she's very dramatic with it. We almost made it sound sort of like cabaret-ish, to be like, bing, bing. So we kind of have nearly two notes in there. So she kind of over dramatizes it. And we wanted it to sound very dramatic, very bouncy, very like, which in theory sounds crazy, but it made sense at the time, and it definitely worked because the song has a bounce to it.
I got myself all stacked. I don't need that.
And that is Wildflower.